Hey guys, Chad here from Take It or Leave It, here with the upcoming movies that are releasing in August. And the main purpose for this section is to give you guys a one-stop shop for figuring out what's coming out, when, like what day, and where you can find these films. Alright, with that down, let's get into the first week of the month. On August 1st, we have Trouble Man, Together, The Naked Gun, She Rides Shotgun, Cloud, River of Blood, and Queen of Bones, all coming out. Then on the 5th, we have The A-Frame and Sleep Stalker, and on the 6th, we have Sketch. Some highlights for this week include Trouble Man, which stars Michael Jai White, and he's pretty awesome and is always worth consideration. And I did an early review for Together, which I thought was very good, but also very disappointing at the same time. Although it seems like I'm in the minority, so definitely check this one out. The Naked Gun is getting a ton of buzz, especially considering we don't get straight comedies nowadays. Then there's Cloud, which is directed by Kiyoshi Kurosawa, the director of the highly acclaimed Cure from 1997, so this one definitely deserves our attention. And lastly, for this week, The A-Frame clearly has elements of 2016's The Void, which is very enticing. But now moving on to the second week of the month, we have Descendant, Animale, Death Letter Blues, Shaman, What We Hide, Birthright, Sight, Strange Harvest, and Weapons all coming out on the 8th. And then we have Fixed and Red Sonja coming out on the 13th. Some highlights for this week include Descendant, and here's the funny thing about Descendant. I started watching this trailer and thought, man, I'm getting some serious Benson and Moorhead vibes. And almost immediately after having that thought, the screen shows from the producers of The Endless, Synchronic, and Something in the Dirt. And I literally jumped out of my seat. I was so pumped. And yes, as you can probably tell, I'm still basking in my victory because it only happens so often, okay? Then there's Animale, which is described as a brutal, disorienting horror fable burning with feminine anger and a thrilling entry into the body horror subgenre. A review likened Birthright to The Wicker Man, The Witch, and Kill List, and look, when I hear Kill List, I come running. Strange Harvest is a found footage flick with a 94% on Rotten Tomatoes. I mean, what a freaking unicorn that is. And then there's Weapons, and look, what else is there to say about Weapons other than this is easily my most anticipated film of the rest of the year, let alone the month of August. But moving on to the third week of the month, we have all of the following coming out on the 15th. Highest to Lowest, Happy End, Went Up the Hill, East of Wall, Eli Roth Presents Jimmy and Stiggs, The Knife, Americana, Nobody 2, and Witchboard. And lastly for the week, we have Hell House LLC Lineage coming out on the 20th. Some standouts for the week include Highest to Lowest, which has Spike Lee directing Denzel Washington with production from A24. That's a hell of a combination. Happy End is a Japanese drama, fantasy, sci-fi film that's getting incredible reviews. Went Up the Hill looks similar to that Kyle Gallner film Mother May I that came out a couple years ago, and it's produced by the producers of Talk to Me, Savage, and The Babadook. The Knife looks like a very challenging, self-contained drama/thriller that's getting very high critical praise. In fact, one critic said that despite all the themes it concerns, The Knife never gets dogmatic. The film doesn't give out that many answers, but it does ask a lot of questions. And between that and the fact that Mark Duplass is attached to this film, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Witchboard is a horror remake with 100% on Rotten Tomatoes at the moment. Alright, so we got 2 unicorns on the list. Holy hell. And speaking of hell, there's Hell House LLC Lineage, and I'm distraught to report that Lineage is not a found footage movie. What the hell is with that? I really enjoyed the last Hell House movie that came out, and I'm probably going to check this one out too, but the fact that it's not found footage, I mean, God, that really, it's crushing. But now we're going to move on to the final week and a half of the month, starting with We're Not Safe Here, Trust, Lurker, Relay, Neza 2, and Eden, all coming out on the 22nd. Then we have Brute 1976 coming out on the 26th. Then Baby Assassin's Nice Days, Coyote vs. Acme and The Thursday Murder Club, all coming out on the 28th. And lastly, we have Motel Destino, Stranger Eyes, Run, Caught Stealing, The Roses, and The Toxic Avenger, all coming out on the 29th. Some highlights for this week and a half include Lurker, which is described as a screw-turning psychological thriller made for the moment. It's a razor-sharp directorial debut from The Bear and Beef writer-producer Alex Russell. From the trailer, Relay reminds me of The Transporter, except this is from David McKenzie, the director of Starred Up and Hell or High Water, two fantastic films. Neza 2 is like this legendary animated film that I've just heard about, and now that I've looked into it, I see why there's so much buzz about it. It says here on Wikipedia that Neza 2 became the highest grossing film in a single box office territory and globally became the highest grossing animated film, the highest grossing non-English language film, and the first animated film in history to cross the $2 billion mark. It also ranks as the highest grossing film of 2025, and it's the 5th highest grossing film of all time. I mean, damn, this movie is not messing around. Baby Assassin's Nice Days is a beloved franchise with insanely high critic scores for all the films in the franchise, so consider giving these a look. And since it was bought by Ketchup Entertainment, I feel like we all need to go see Coyote vs. Acme just to stick it to Zaslav and Warner Brothers Discovery. Screw those guys. Then there's Stranger Eyes, which, to be honest, I don't know too much about this, but between that awesome poster and strong reviews so far on Rotten Tomatoes, I'm definitely intrigued. Caught Stealing is the next Darren Aronofsky film, and I don't know where all of this is coming from, but there seems to be a lot of hate for The Toxic Avenger. I don't get it. I think it looks fun as hell, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing it. But those are just my thoughts. Take it or leave it. What do you guys think? Are you excited for this month of movies? What's your most anticipated film of the month? Is it Weapons like me, or is it a different film? Let me know down in the comment section. Let's talk about it. And if you enjoyed this video, but you want more information about what's on my watch list, what I'm currently watching, the kind of ratings I'm giving these films, as well as upcoming releases I'm looking forward to, don't forget to follow me on track.tv. My username is TIOLI_reviews. The link is in the description box. Go ahead and click it and start following me on Tracked, and I look forward to seeing you over there. And as usual, guys, thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I really appreciate it. Don't be afraid to hit that like and subscribe button, and until next time, I'm Chad from Take It or Leave It, and I'll check you later.
Check you later. Check you later. Hey, man, get off my case. Oh, man. Chicks don't want to hear that shit.